Alright, another backtesting video today. Alright, another backtesting video today. Um, kind of try to explain a little bit more in depth about like some of the trades I'm taking. Was this last month? Alright, another backtesting video today. Kind of just explain a little bit more in depth of why I'm taking certain trades and stuff like that. Alright. Alright, perfect. Alright. Let's go to New York session here. So from this, why is this not? So I only really trade New York session. Asia can actually be alright. It's just kind of slow, not as much volume. So it's a little bit, I don't know, it's a little bit weirder when you're trying to like go for the targets. So, like I said in my last video, so I really look at this 815 candle, if you see here, and then look at like the candles past it. So obviously this candle kind of neutral, but then this candle obviously closes and breaks up to the outside. So looking at that, even like before I marked out these two draws, so these are the two draws that kind of be trying to target. But like because of that candle, even if it's nearing that draw, I just wouldn't take it. A lot of people kind of say that the bias doesn't really matter as much, but I kind of just find that's what works for me. Here's another draw. Obviously not as strong as this one, but map it out. Okay. So okay, anytime I see wicks like that, like all those little kind of wicks, I just don't really like that. So never really trade when that happens. Like if you just take a trade there, even here, it's still pretty sketchy with all those so close together. See, like look at all these wicks. Like I think it's obviously headed to this draw, but there's like not really a safe entry because like look, I also never take a trade that I can't get one-to-one RR. So if I'm targeting this high, right, I would have to put my stop loss here. But look at that wick. Like I obviously do think that this trade will probably hit and it'll probably go right through it. But it's just unless I can catch a better retrace and not a lot of wicks, it's just not really worth it. I guess not. See, like just so. Anytime there's so many wicks like that, it's just prices all over the place. Yeah, so seeing a day like this, like look at all those wicks. Every single thing is just like I think eventually it will clear up to that, but it's just all the wicks just easy to get a stop out. It's not worth it at all. Alright. And also for draws, like obviously kind of typically just target like the tip of the wick, but sometimes if the wick is like that long, you can almost target like the body of it. But I don't know, we'll target this and then just throw here just to kind of look at. Alright, 815 candles here, close above, so only looking for longs today. Alright, pretty low volume, but what is going on? Why are these moves so tiny? Okay, so I can just show you like what would also play out short wise. So like, look here. If this was to the upside, I would have probably taken that short, to be honest. Um, just because, look, this has everything I want. It has a little retracement. Obviously, it's probably headed. Obviously, I don't think it is because of the 815 candle, but this and then displacement down. So I would have entered. Like if I hadn't seen that 815 wick or that 815 wick would have closed downwards, and I would have probably entered that. But obviously, as you see, it stopped us out, or would have stopped us out. So just, and I find the price action just gets a lot super choppy when the 815 candle close like that. Alright, so now it's like 11:30. So typically, I don't really look for moves to like 10:30 to be honest, but still no trades yet, so we'll see. Then once again, I said this in the last video, but this big gap we're kind of in here, I also don't really like that at all, but since we kind of got to retrace a bit, I don't mind turning that low again, or let's look at the 1 hour. See, like this is a pretty close, but like draw liquidity, so something not going to be that strong. So again, as I was saying before, the higher like the time frame, or even like the longer spin since it's hit that draw, typically like the stronger it is. Like if it's close to it, kind of has a higher chance. Anyways, 815 candle, definitely only looking for longs here. Let's see. Wow. Let's see. It's pretty. Wow, that's ridiculous. Let's see if we can. I guess we could go for this here, but I don't know. After a big candle like that, like I don't really love. Oh, like once again, here. If we can get the 1-to-1, I might. Okay, I'm gonna place this just because. Pretty strong draw. Obviously, I don't know. It's a little. This is a pretty strong draw here, as it was made like a few days or yesterday. Just think there's a pretty likelihood it goes there, but just because that big candle there, like it's kind of like top blasting a bit, so I don't really love it. But see, the wicks down kind of showed to me that the price tried to go down, but it kind of just grabbed a little bit of liquidity and then also reacted to that to go up. So kind of just see what happens here. Yeah, so I think we're probably gonna get stopped out here, but let's see. No, never mind. See, like the only reason I kind of entered this, like typically I wouldn't have, but these candles here, like these wicks, kind of just show me that obviously price didn't really want to go down as much because it tried and then just got rejected wick straight up. Alright, let's go to the next day. And another gap as well. What is up with this? Kind of already took out that. Let's see if there's any fair value gaps here. Okay, I just already tapped into that though. Alright, really don't like the price action today, to be honest. Doubt I'm going to take anything. Let's look at the 15, 815. Yeah, so only really be looking for shorts there. I would be open to looking at shorts down there, but if I can get a retrace here. I didn't. Oh, I probably should have entered there, to be honest. Yeah, looking at that 5 minute, that trade looks pretty valid, or especially that 3 minute. If we can get a small little retrace here, I'll enter, but if not. Oh, oh. Okay. If this candle goes down right here and closes solid, then I'll enter. Oh, that wick. I still think it's going down there, but can we even get the 1-to-1? Just the only reason I'm not entering this is because that wick is so, as I was saying before, like because it's just such a big wick compared to the body. It doesn't really show to me that there's as much power to the downside as one as I do, but I do think that it will continue down. Yeah, so that would have happened. Whatever. Okay. Go here. Go here. Very wiki up. Okay, 8:15 candle. Like with these kind of candles where like the body of this one didn't close over the wick, I'm not really too set on anything necessarily. Like this is the body candle. If you can see, there's no really bodies closed up or down. So I'm a little bit. I wouldn't enter a trade right away. Typically, kind of wait till 8:45. Yeah, still kind of consolidating in there in the whatever candle. All right. Clearly broke, or no. All right, broke up to the upside clearly. So I actually don't mind this high. Let's see if we can get some displacement. Nope. Looks like a barcode. Look at that. Alright. I think we're probably... It's looking like we're going to get our entry. Probably. Okay. Kinda don't like this trade. But pretty clear uptrend. Low displacement. So kind of a little bit of more of a scalp. Stop loss right there. Place order. Quick break even if we go into profit here, to be honest, but oof. I'm actually not very confident, so I'm probably gonna go break even right now, but yeah. But honestly, don't mind the re-entry here. There we go. So obviously this trade is a lot later than I typically like. So I don't want to say much, but obviously the market doesn't really change the way it moves. Kind of, as I was saying, like you can apply this to Asia session. It's just I like New York because there's a lot more volume. Like look, all those moves are relatively small. So my trade here, kind of, just obviously a little whatever down there, and I like that displacement there. But after I saw it consolidating for a bit here, kind of just want to get out. That's why I went my stop to break even really early. But then that big three, or not really, but how it like kind of slowly went down there, and then that wick, and then that shoot up, that kind of just showed me that, yeah, price was definitely heading to that high. Go to the next day here. Okay, pretty high target there, to be honest. See if there's any smaller ones in the hourly. Like, I guess here, to be honest, but I don't know. Don't really like that. Let's see it for shorting. Okay. So that candle, I'd only be looking for shorts here. So again, A15 candle clearly close to the downside. But once again, I don't know for sure if it's gonna go down to that draw liquidity. Might just go up, but if it's going up, I'm not gonna take anything. Yeah. Alright, we might get it. See if it tapped into anything there. Okay, tapped into that. So honestly, I like that rejection off the 4 hour, 1 hour fair value gap there. Kind of strengthens my bias for shorts here. See if we can get an entry. Oof. So in live market, I probably would have tried to enter mid candle there. Like, this is kind of one of those scenarios where I can't get one R to R. Like, so I would have tried to enter there because I'm pretty confident it's going to go down there. But it's just, look, like if I was to... You know, just wouldn't really be worth it. Like, I guess... No, I'm not going to do it, but I think it would have hit. Oh, maybe not. Yeah, so, you know, I guess that's kind of one of those scenarios where, like, you would want break even if you entered properly, but trying to bottom top blast is going to get you stopped out. There's not been many trades taken today, so we'll see. Hopefully I explained a little bit more in depth about kind of what I see. Okay. So here, A15 candle. Probably going to be looking for longs here, but I don't know. I don't know if we're going to get them. Oh. Give me some retracement. Oh. Not that much. Wow. I did not know what was going on there. Alright, hopefully we can just get one more here. This is kind of just ridiculous. Alright. I really like this target taken out, to be honest. Hopefully it's short. Oh. I'm gonna enter here, play a little bit of a stronger stop loss, stronger take for profit. And relatively safe stop loss. Definitely go take profit if it takes out here, probably a little bit earlier. Yikes. Probably should have went break even there, but oh well.